Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if others still find you attractive as the years go by? It's natural to question whether your looks still turn heads, or if the charm you once carried is still as strong as it used to be. But here's something you may not realize. You could be far more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Attractiveness isn't just about youthful features or a full head of hair. It's something deeper, something that grows with time, wisdom, and experience. The way people react to you, the way they engage with you, and even the subtle signals they send, all speak volumes about how they perceive your presence. There are clear, undeniable signs that indicate you're a good-looking older man, even if you don't see it yourself. In this video, we're diving into 7 signs that show you still have a striking appeal. These aren't just about physical appearance, but the overall presence that makes people naturally drawn to you. Whether it's the way you carry yourself, the way others respond when you walk into a room, or even the compliments you receive without realizing their significance. These indicators reveal more than you might think. Stay with me until the end because you might just discover that the very things you overlook about yourself are exactly what make you stand out. You may find that confidence, self-assurance, and a refined sense of style are working in your favor more than you ever imagined. And who knows, by the time we're done, you might see yourself in a whole new light. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now, let's get started. Number 1. You often get approached for advice or assistance. One of the strongest indicators that women find you attractive, whether you realize it or not, is how often they seek you out for advice, guidance, or even casual help. It might not seem like a direct sign of physical attractiveness, but it speaks volumes about the way others perceive you. As you get older, your experiences, wisdom, and calm demeanor set you apart. People recognize that you've lived through life's ups and downs, and that you carry a sense of steadiness that's both reassuring and compelling. Women in particular are naturally drawn to men who exhibit confidence, reliability, and emotional intelligence, all of which are often reflected in the way others gravitate toward you for insight and support. Think about the times you've been approached, whether by a younger man looking for career advice, a friend seeking perspective on a personal matter, or even a stranger asking for directions. These moments may seem ordinary, but they highlight something important. People see you as someone worth listening to. That sense of dependability and quiet strength is deeply attractive, even if it doesn't always come in the form of direct compliments. Take a man like Richard, 67, for example. He never considered himself particularly good-looking, but he noticed something interesting. Whether at social gatherings, work events, or even casual outings, people naturally turned to him for input. Younger men would ask for his thoughts on handling relationships. Women would linger a little longer in conversation, asking about his experiences and opinions. It wasn't something he forced. His presence simply made people feel at ease. That kind of trustworthiness isn't just a sign of wisdom. It's a sign of deep, natural appeal. A man who carries himself with quiet confidence, who doesn't feel the need to prove anything, often becomes the person others want to be around. It's a form of attraction that goes beyond physical looks. It's about the energy you bring into a space. And make no mistake, women take notice. While younger men might still be in the phase of life where they're chasing attention, an older man who exudes self-assurance without trying too hard stands out. A woman might not come right out and say, "I find you attractive," but if she values your input, respects your opinion, and enjoys engaging with you in meaningful conversation, that speaks louder than words. So if you've noticed that people tend to seek you out, even in casual settings, take that as a sign you bring something to the table that others find compelling. You may not realize it, but the very presence you carry is magnetic in ways you've never considered. Number 2. You receive compliments on your style and grooming. A man who takes pride in his appearance stands out no matter his age. If people regularly compliment the way you dress, your grooming, or even the way you carry yourself, that's a clear indication that you're leaving a strong impression. It might seem like a small detail, but in reality, these remarks often reveal much more than just appreciation for a sharp outfit. They signal that others perceive you as attractive. As men get older, many develop their own distinct style, one that reflects confidence, experience, and self-respect. A well-fitted blazer, polished shoes, a neatly trimmed beard, or even just a signature scent. These small but significant choices tell the world that you care about your appearance. And women in particular take note of that. Think about it. How often do you hear things like, "That color looks great on you," or "I love your haircut," or even "You always look so put together"? These aren't just polite compliments. They are indicators that people notice your presence, that your sense of style enhances your appeal, and that you stand out in a way that others appreciate. Take Robert, for example. At 68, he never thought much about his looks, but he started noticing something interesting. Whether he was at a family gathering or just out running errands, women would often comment on his choice of clothing or how well-groomed he looked. At first, he brushed it off, thinking they were just being polite. But after a while, he realized that these remarks weren't random. They were a direct response to the way he presented himself. And more importantly, they were a reflection of how others saw him, refined, confident, and attractive. Style isn't about following the latest trends. It's about knowing what works for you and wearing it with confidence. A man who takes the time to dress well and pay attention to his grooming shows that he values himself. And that level of care and attention doesn't go unnoticed. Even if you don't hear direct compliments, pay attention to the way people react when they see you. Do they take a second look? Do they seem to brighten up when you enter a room? Do they respond positively when you shake their hand or stand next to them? These small cues say a lot about how others perceive you. Attractiveness isn't just about having youthful features. It's about the way you present yourself. If you take pride in your appearance, if you put effort into looking your best, and if you notice people responding to that effort, take it as a sign you're turning heads more than you realize. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep going. Number 3, women hold eye contact with you longer than usual. Attraction is often expressed in ways that don't require words. One of the most telling signs that you're a good-looking older man is the way women look at you. If you've ever noticed a woman maintaining eye contact with you just a little longer than necessary, that's not by accident. A lingering glance is often a subconscious sign of admiration, curiosity, or even interest. Women, especially those who are naturally reserved, don't always express attraction through direct words or bold actions. Instead, they communicate through subtle body language, one of the most powerful being prolonged eye contact. It's not about a casual glance or a polite acknowledgement. It's when her eyes rest on you just a moment longer than usual, as if she's taking a second to process something about you that caught her attention. Think about the last time this happened to you. Maybe it was in a restaurant, a coffee shop, or even while taking a walk in the park. You notice someone looking at you, then quickly glancing away, only to return their gaze moments later. That hesitation, the brief pause before looking away, says a lot. It's a natural response when someone finds another person interesting, but doesn't want to make it too obvious. For instance, imagine a man like Charles, who's 72, and never really thought of himself as particularly attractive. He assumed that at his age, women wouldn't notice him the way they used to. But one day, while enjoying a quiet afternoon at a bookstore, he caught a younger woman looking at him from across the room. At first, he thought it was nothing, but when he moved to another section, he saw it again. She glanced at him, held her gaze for just a second too long, then smiled faintly before turning back to her book. What Charles didn't realize was that his presence, his composed demeanor, the way he carried himself with quiet confidence, had made an impression. She wasn't staring out of curiosity, she was intrigued. And that's something many older men don't realize. Women, regardless of age, appreciate a man who carries himself with confidence. A man who isn't desperate for attention, but naturally commands it. The way you move, the way you stand, and the way you look back at someone all communicate something about you. If women seem to hold eye contact with you, even for just a second longer than expected, that's a strong sign that they find something about you appealing. It might be your eyes, the way you dress, or simply the way you exude quiet self-assurance. The next time you catch a woman looking at you, don't be so quick to dismiss it. It might not be accidental. It might just be the clearest sign yet that you're far more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Number 4, women naturally gravitate toward you. One of the clearest signs that you're a good-looking older man is the way people seem to be drawn to you without you even trying. It's not always about a chiseled jawline or having a youthful appearance. There's something deeper at play. People are naturally attracted to confidence, self-assurance, and an aura of wisdom. And you might be exuding those qualities more than you realize. Think about the times you've walked into a room and felt a subtle shift in energy. Maybe people look in your direction more often than not, or perhaps conversations seem to flow easily when you're around. You may find that people, especially women, enjoy talking with you, whether it's at a cafe, a family gathering, or even a casual interaction at the grocery store. They lean in when you speak, they engage with your stories, and they seem genuinely interested in what you have to say. This happens because an attractive man isn't just someone with a strong jawline or a full head of hair. It's someone who carries himself with quiet confidence. There's a steadiness in your presence, a sense of ease that makes people feel comfortable. And that kind of attractiveness never fades with age. For example, think about a time when a woman, whether she was younger or closer to your age, seemed to hold eye contact a little longer than usual. Or maybe she found a reason to extend the conversation, asking questions about your life, your thoughts, or your experiences. It's subtle, but it's telling. Women in particular are drawn to men who make them feel at ease, who listen, and who exude a kind of effortless self-possession that younger men often lack. It's also worth noting that when you have this presence, people trust you more. They seek your advice, they enjoy being around you, and they value your company. If you've ever had someone tell you that they feel comfortable opening up to you, even if they barely know you, that's a sign that you're exuding an attractive kind of energy. At the end of the day, attractiveness isn't just about how you look in the mirror. It's about how others feel in your presence. If you've noticed that people naturally enjoy being around you, that's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of the appeal you carry, whether you see it or not. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep going. Number 5. You have a confident, relaxed presence. One of the most attractive traits in an older man isn't about looks at all. It's about presence. If you move through life with a quiet, relaxed confidence, people notice, and they're drawn to it. Unlike younger men who may still be figuring themselves out, an older man who is comfortable in his own skin exudes a type of confidence that can't be faked. It's not about being the loudest person in the room or trying to prove anything to anyone. It's about carrying yourself with a sense of ease, knowing who you are, what you stand for, and having nothing to prove. That kind of confidence is magnetic. Think about the times you've walked into a room and felt people's attention shift, not because you were demanding it, but simply because of the way you carried yourself. Maybe people naturally make space for you in conversations. Maybe women feel comfortable around you, engaging with you without hesitation. That's because true confidence puts others at ease. It makes people feel safe, intrigued, and respected, all at once. Take someone like George, 74. He's not flashy. He doesn't try to impress anyone. And yet, people always seem drawn to him. When he speaks, people listen. When he enters a room, there's an effortless authority about him. Not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that invites respect. Women notice it too. It's not about physical perfection. It's about the sense of calm and security he provides just by being himself. There's a reason why a relaxed presence is so appealing. In a world where so many people are anxious, insecure, and constantly seeking validation, a man who is truly at ease with himself stands out. He doesn't need to fill every silence with words. He doesn't need to seek approval. He simply exists in a way that commands quiet respect. And that kind of self-assurance doesn't go unnoticed by women. They appreciate a man who doesn't feel the need to dominate a conversation, but who also isn't afraid to speak when it matters. A man whose posture is strong but not rigid, whose smile is genuine but never forced, and whose very presence makes others feel safe. So, if you've ever wondered why people seem naturally drawn to you, why women feel comfortable in your presence, or why you don't have to try too hard to earn respect, it's because confidence, when real, is impossible to ignore. And that in itself is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. Number 6. You receive subtle compliments about your physical condition. Attractiveness isn't just about a youthful face or a full head of hair. It's also about how well you take care of yourself and the way that effort shows. If people, especially women, have ever commented on your posture, your energy, or even made casual remarks about how fit or strong you look, that's a clear sign that you're making an impression. You don't have to be a bodybuilder or spend hours in the gym to be seen as physically attractive. What really stands out is when a man takes care of himself, staying active, maintaining good posture, and moving with ease. People notice. When a man carries himself with strength, even in subtle ways, whether it's the way you stand, how you walk, or even how you shake hands. Those small cues speak volumes about your overall vitality. Consider a man like Thomas, 69. He never thought of himself as particularly fit, but he always took the time to go on morning walks, stretch regularly, and keep his body moving. He didn't realize how much that mattered until one day a woman in her 50s casually mentioned, "I hope I have that much energy when I reach your age." At first he brushed it off as just a polite comment, but then he started noticing a pattern. Women, sometimes much younger, would compliment his strong handshake, his good posture, or the fact that he seemed so active and engaged in life. It wasn't about having an athlete's body. It was about the way he carried himself. That's because people, especially women, aren't just attracted to looks. They're drawn to energy, movement, and the unspoken signals of good health. A man who stays active, who keeps himself moving with confidence and ease, exudes a kind of appeal that is impossible to ignore. Think about the way you carry yourself. When you sit, do you slouch or do you hold yourself with confidence? When you walk into a room, do you move with purpose or do you seem weighed down by the years? These small details may not seem like much, but they shape how others perceive you. A man who stands tall, who moves with agility and ease, naturally commands attention. It's also worth noting that fitness doesn't just show in your physical appearance. It's reflected in your energy levels, your attitude, and even the way you engage in conversations. If people often say things like, "You look like someone who stays active," or "You seem younger than your age," take it as a sign they're recognizing something about you that goes beyond surface-level looks. So, if you've ever been told that you look strong or that you have great energy, don't brush it off as nothing. It's one of the clearest signs that you're an attractive older man, even if you don't see it yourself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep going. Number 7. Women laugh at your jokes, even the corny ones. Humor is one of the most underrated yet powerful indicators of attractiveness. If women laugh at your jokes, even the ones that you know are corny or simple, that's a clear sign that they enjoy your presence and, more importantly, they find you appealing. Laughter isn't just about finding something funny. It's a social response, a way of connecting with others. When a woman genuinely laughs at what you say, it's not always about the joke itself. It's about how she feels around you. If she finds you engaging, warm, and comfortable to be with, she's far more likely to laugh at your humor, even if it's nothing groundbreaking. Think about the times you've told a joke in a social setting. Maybe you threw out a classic dad joke, something simple, maybe even predictable, but instead of rolling her eyes, she laughed. Maybe she even leaned in a little closer, touched your arm as she chuckled, or responded with an amused shake of the head while smiling. These small, natural reactions aren't just signs that she found your words funny. They're indicators that she enjoys your company. Consider a man like Henry, 73, who always had a habit of making light-hearted, harmless jokes in conversation. He never thought much of it until he realized that women, especially those he found interesting, seemed to laugh at his jokes more often than not. At first, he assumed they were just being polite, but over time, he noticed a pattern. Women lingered in conversations with him, engaged more, and seemed to light up when he spoke. What Henry didn't realize was that his humor was doing more than just entertaining. It was creating a bond. Humor is attractive because it signals confidence, intelligence, and emotional ease. It tells people that you don't take life too seriously, that you're comfortable with who you are, and that you can find joy in even the simplest moments. Women in particular appreciate men who can make them laugh without trying too hard. Men who can create a light, enjoyable atmosphere without feeling the need to impress. This doesn't mean you have to be a stand-up comedian. It's not about delivering the perfect punchline. It's about being yourself and sharing a moment of joy with someone. If you've noticed that women respond positively to your humor, even when it's simple or lighthearted, take it as a sign they're enjoying your presence. They feel at ease around you, and on some level, they find you attractive. So, the next time you make a joke and hear laughter, especially from a woman who seems engaged in the conversation with you, don't dismiss it as just good manners. It might just be one of the clearest signs yet that you're more attractive than you think. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment number 7 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on the 7 signs we've explored. Maybe you've recognized some of these in yourself, or perhaps you've started to see yourself in a new light. The truth is, attractiveness isn't just about youth. It's about presence, confidence, and the way you make others feel when they're around you. Many men go through life unaware of how much they stand out. They assume that because they're older, their appeal has faded, when in reality, it has only evolved. Women notice the way you carry yourself, the confidence you project, and the energy you bring into a room. They see the care you put into your appearance, the way you interact with others, and the sense of self-assurance that only comes with experience. So, if you've ever doubted your appeal, remember this. Your attractiveness isn't measured by the number of wrinkles on your face or the color of your hair. It's measured by the respect you command, the conversations you spark, and the way people feel in your presence. You have qualities that younger men can't replicate: wisdom, maturity, and a self-possession that makes you uniquely attractive. What stood out to you the most? Which of these signs do you see in yourself? Or which one do you feel you can embrace moving forward? We'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment below, sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.